Hi everybody, it's Lace, and with the new rentals coming in, we're trying to get our little inn set up and stuff. And I kind of did a post on the forums, but let me just give you a visual representation. When you zone in from the docks, from any one of the POTs we're connected to and stuff, it's just going to be right there on the right where the inn is. You got your Oracle Confirmatory there. You got all your devotionals. We are a metropolis, so we have them all. And then straight ahead, you can kind of see back there the crafting pavilion. So this is a pretty convenient spot. Now, the thing that I want to do is, rather than just say, hey, free room rentals, I want to kind of limit the first tenants to being people that don't own any land. These are going to be primarily our new players and stuff that, or people on budgets and things, and they paid for the game. And, it's nice to have a place to hang your hat. So that's kind of the premise behind our inn. We don't want to just fill it up with second homes for folks and folks to stash stuff, from their overland travels where they have a room rental maybe here on the East Coast and on the West Coast and on the North and on the South. I'd kind of like to just see ours, at least this first one that we're doing, used for people that don't own land. So this is for you. I'll probably allow a couple rooms for folks to just do a stash house, but I like 75% of it to be folks that just really don't have land. And the big benefit from that is you only have so many slots in your bank, and then you have to keep paying for them, and it gets more and more expensive. So you can only squirrel away so much stuff in your bank. It's nice to be able to have a place where you can place a trunk, which holds 300 items. And if you have a little room and you can place a trunk, that's 300 items that you don't have to keep paying the banker for. And you can place a couple of trunks. Now, there's some limits on based on the size of lots as to how much overall deco you can have. And this is kind of what's on this bar here. Now, this is a village size house, and this is the Viking Inn. And you can see I finally started decorating it just actually a couple hours ago. But I tried to kind of make a little common room, and it's not perfectly placed or done yet. But this is the idea, is to have a nice little common room. This will be a little bar that we'll end up getting going on here and stuff. And we got a little piano. And then here, this is my little thing, is I put in bathrooms. Because obviously, if you live here, you need someplace to go to the bathroom. And there's not hardly any outside decoration area, so I can't place an outhouse there. So what I've done is kind of made some bathroom stalls. So the tenants and the people in the common room have a place to go to the bathroom, and you can even take a bath. So there you go. There's a little bit of sanitation going on in here. One of the other things that I did, I hadn't played around much with these, and these are the sigils that come from the add-on store, and kind of gave a little wall flavoring to them. There's like white ones and black ones in, and just to give a little, flavor to the place. Again, when I talk about decoration limits, there's 15 rooms upstairs, 5 on each floor. So if you think about 15 tenants and they put 20 things in each room, that's 300 out of your total of 400 slots. So I'm going to ask people, please, please try to stay under 15. 15 times 15. And then that gives me the ability to finish decorating the common spaces and stuff. I can pull a few things from here, but to give the whole house a nice flavor and a place you kind of want to live in, because you've got some common areas and stuff. Try to go easy on the deco inside the rooms, because what can happen is I can rent out 10 rooms, everybody hogs all the slots for deco, and then the last 5 rooms nobody can use because there's no room for them. Now, containers are separate from the item counts, as are lights from the item counts. So you could put a few lights in your room. We should be okay if you put 2 per room. With the 15 rooms, that's 30. That should be fine. Containers, so we got like 42 left right now, and I probably need to do a couple more in the deco thing. So if we say 3, or actually only 2 containers per room for the 15, that's 30. That gives us enough room to deco. So, and I will post this and ask people, to please adhere to these rules, so more people can live here and share it. So two lights, 2 containers, and then no more than 15 decoration items so that we can do some of the common area decorations. Now what I'm going to do on each floor is I'll have something. It may not be this particular bear head, but it'll mark the floor. So if you're coming up the stairs really fast, like, oh, I live on the bear floor. If I go to the next floor, ooh, I live on the one with the hospitaller sign. Okay, that's one thing. The other thing that I've done is I put some hall lighting out here, and again, I want to put a little table for the flowers. They're just kind of sitting on the floor. But above each room, I've put a sign. Now, these were my spare wall signs, and it says your name here. I can put your name, I can put a little message there for you, and I'll custom do that. You can say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and welcome to my little home, or whatever. And again, I put some exterior lighting in there, and just some stuff to make it feel not so blah. Now, these are the size of the rooms, and they're pretty roomy, and I think I've showed this in another video and stuff. But if I say 15 items, and you think about a bed, a couple containers, which don't count against your 15, a couple lights, pardon me, hiccup, which don't count against your 15, 15 is pretty good. Now, you can't build a library and a bookcase with 50 books on it, because you just took up everybody else's item count. So please don't do that. So while you can't, fully deco this place out and put a million wall shelves, a million bookcases, a million books, it's mostly meant as a starter home for folks that don't own land to mostly just be able to put a couple containers in here, stash your crafting stuff. The crafting pavilion and the merchants are very nearby, and and hey, I probably have some little what do you call them? The little beds that lay on the ground flat. You don't even have to have a fancy bed. I probably have some of those that I've stolen. Shh, don't tell. And I can get you a little bedroll that lays on the floor. So probably all you really need is maybe, a dresser or a trunk or something that you can put some items in and stuff. Maybe hang a couple pictures or something like that. But please, you have to be very mindful of the deco limits, to respect so that everybody else can have a few things stored. It's not like being able to decorate a whole house full-fledged. It's we got to limit the space because there is so many rooms, but there's so low a deco limit that while you could pack a lot of stuff in one room, the whole lot can't hold that. And I don't want to again, I don't want to have one person hogging everything and stuff like that. So that's pretty much it. I just kind of wanted to show what we're trying to do. There needs to be some more lighting down here and stuff, and finish up the bar. But also, the other purpose of this video is obviously for anybody watching it who wants to open an inn, be mindful of your item counts. If I had a bigger land space, I guess I could have a bigger house with more doors on it, and the item limits wouldn't be so imposing. But 400 in a village home, most of the village homes, the way they're built, it's pretty okay with 400. But because this one has 15 rooms, that really limits the tenancy. And perhaps as performance improves and stuff, the deco limits are something that a lot of people want upped and stuff. And the biggest killer, I think, as they say, is lights. But in this small house, I could have 75 lights. The lighting's not going to be a problem. It's just the actual deco limits and the tenants going over that limit. There's not a way to physically enforce it. And just like with the new rentals, I can't say you owe me 100 gold a month. I'd have to make sure they paid me and stuff like that. But again, we didn't want to do that. The whole purpose is to give people a place to live, for one. Give them what I think is a pretty decent POT as far as shopping, and there's always people here, and there's people that come just for the buffs. So there's quite a bit of activity. We have our monthly crafting events, and I know that having a place to stash their stuff is attractive to a lot of folks that come to the crafting events. And for you guys, I'll probably do some basements that have doors. Some of the I think it's the stone and timber ones have a lot of doors inside the 5-story ones. I can set something up like that for you guys, so don't think you have to live at the inn. Since now the tenancy's coming in, I will be able to throw in some basements and hook you guys up. But for this particular inn, I'd like it to be for folks that don't own land. So, my little tagline for Diamond Fields is a great place to live. Now you have an excellent inn location on prime waterfront property, no less, overlooking our fishing piers, our poker room. We got our little lighthouse, and hey, look, they fixed the lighthouses. Used to not be able to see the light go anymore when they did the performance, but now the light moves again. I'm so happy about that. Thank you guys at Portalarium for making the lighthouse great again. And anyway, oh, and one of our residents has a great moon dial right there on one of his pieces of property. Several connected. You can also jump up in his hot air balloon and get a little bird's eye view of the town. But again, and for those that haven't visited, we do change our bulletin board with things going on and stuff. You've got your Oracle Confirmatory, again the devotionals. You got your crafting pavilion and all your crafting merchants that are around there. The cooking one's back there, and new in this release is you can buy seeds now. So, and one of the things that we have in Diamond Fields is a common grow area that I'll just have to add you to the lot. Just don't take other people's stuff and, things like that. We'll have to get to know you a little bit on that, but there is a village lot with some greenhouses and the planters down. You just have to buy your seeds, do your water, and you can grow stuff too. And that's going to be open to residents of the inn as well. Again, I got to get to know you better, make sure you're not going to steal people's crops and stuff like that. But those are some of the other features. We do have a gust ball field. The putt-putt golf course is back this way. Unfortunately, the gust ball is still not fixed yet. It's been broken for a little over a release or two, and what's happening is if I summoned a gust ball here, it would appear way over here. So it's kind of broken our golf course right now. I'm sure it'll get corrected, as everything does. But yeah, this is my grow area. You can't have that. But this is the common grow area back down this way. And again, the gust ball field. And we do kind of want to get a gust ball league out. So even, you new players and stuff, there's so many things to do here. And then there's still the whole North Shore that's still open for development. We still have village and town lots available on another vendor row. All the streets are laid out in straight pathways so that, some of them curve and stuff, and folks are going around trees and some POTs. Tried to lay mine out more like a city block and stuff. So, we've got a road going down here, and more row houses will open up on this side. If I have to add more row houses on the other side by the gust ball field side, I will move the grow houses and stuff, the grow greenhouses and everything, and we'll add rows there. We'll add more rows here as we need to. We have tons of land to expand. You can see all through here, this is all like village and towns lots, and then we have village and town here, and then a village and town lot there. So there's plenty of room for folks to live, and the plots are already down, and they're claimable if you want to have them. But the idea is to have, while we have the vendor rows for the vendor row lot areas for folks with row houses and vendors, we want to see vendors along here, a shopping aisle this way, shopping aisle that way. You get a shopping aisle, you get a shopping aisle. Yeah, and then as we expand more and start branching more to the north, then that area will be developed, and additional NPCs will go down there to make it convenient for folks that live just a tiny bit further, even though now from the docks you have those little road signs that'll take you to different areas and stuff. Anyway, that kind of sums it up why, the tagline, Diamond Fields, a great place to live. This is what we've got going on, and this is our next venture, is our little inn right there. So take care, everybody. Happy hunting and be safe.